Hey girl, hey, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Misha. Thank you guys for joining me yet again for another review. We are back with a brand new review for Ready to Love, Make a Move, Season 1, Episode 2. If you are new here, then welcome. I give lighthearted reviews with a little bit of laughter and a little bit of shade and a whole lot of detail. If you're back for a second or third time, then welcome back. Y'all, please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Please like the video if you get anything out of the content. Liking the video is a free way to support the channel and it helps me to get into the algorithm. So honey, like it up, okay? Like it up. Now child, let's get into it if we gonna get into it. When the episode first opens up, the new men show up at the house, okay? So it was 4 men, but when they walked in, it was a no for me, big dog, okay? Just upon first glance, I mean, they may have looked better in person, but for me, yeah, one of them looked like a deacon, but Sharice liked Deacon Fry, honey. If y'all ever watched Amen, I know I'm showing my age, honey, but if you know who Deacon Fry is, one of them was Deacon Fry, and the other one looked like he was going to run errands, child. I don't know what was happening. Anywho, Zia will be going out with Cameron in his errand clothes. Sharice is going out with Maurice, the man in the suit. Vernisha's going to be going out with Ramon. And Tamika says she matched them because Vernisha likes tall men. Tamika, you sounding like those experts over on Married at First Sight now. We are not going to match Vernisha because the man is tall. Okay, it's a lot of tall men out here. A lot of tall fools in the world. We are not going to match Vernisha just because this man is tall. I was like, ma'am, what? Not because he's tall. Anywho, Ashley is going on a date with Marcus. So Ashley will be going out with Marcus, Vernisha going out with Ramon, Sharice and Deacon Fry, and Zia and Cameron in his errand clothes. So they immediately left for the dates. No time wasted. They went upstairs, they changed, and it's off to the races. In the next scene, Vernisha and Cameron, they go for their date. Now, Cameron tells us that he's been single because he's been so focused on being an entrepreneur, and he's also a doctor. Now, what I noticed about Cameron when he sat down is that it's the hair that's throwing me off. It looks like one of those Party City wigs. If Cameron had a clean cut and I could see that handsome face of his, it would have made all the difference because he actually is a very handsome man. But I only noticed it when he was sitting down with Zia. So anywho, he's originally from Omaha, lived in the A, went to school in Atlanta. Then they found out they had some things in common. They both went to the same university, U of H, go Cougs. They both went to U of H. And I was just thinking, child, Zia gonna have that alma mater in common if she don't do nothing else. So they're sitting down, they're talking, and she's saying in her confessional that she's not as attracted to Cameron as she was to Jabari. But you know, it's all good because they seem to be having a nice date. And I have to say, I really like Jabari's personality, and he does work a lot now. Okay, so I don't know if that's going to hinder him from fostering a relationship, but they seem to be hitting it off. They have a conversation about what Zia does for a living, and she's telling him that she's also an entrepreneur. You know, she does her fitness thing, she does the makeup, but even though, you know, money is her love language, you have to make time for people and things that you want in your life. And as I was watching him, I was just like, okay, I really do see a real spark. I'm really loving the conversation that the two of them are having. And Jabari kind of pleasantly shocked me. I was pleasantly surprised. I said, okay, doctor of pharmacy, moving forward. Over on the other side, Ashley and her ball of energy go to meet Marcus for a bike ride around the city. And I thought that date was so cute. Now, mainly because I love riding bikes. And I just thought that was the cutest thing ever. I love when a man can think outside the box. Because my love language for other people is acts of service. Like, I love to see the look on your face when I gift you with something or when I plan a date or, you know, that's for me. So when I saw that he was thinking outside of dinner, I was like, this is cute. So anywho, they're going on a bike ride. Ashley was struggling, honey. I mean, I guess it's not true what they say. It's just like riding a bike. Baby, because when I tell you Ashley was weeble wobbles, but they don't fall down, I said, girl, get yourself together. So they go for some gelato. And Ashley is asking, you know, what he thought when he first saw her. So, baby, he trying to compliment her and basically was describing Zia. Talking about, I loved when you had on that gold. And she was like, skirt, gold. Baby, I did not have on no damn gold. He was like, she said, I had on tan. You know, it was tannish gold. No, ma'am. Okay? No, ma'am. he was looking at Zia. And you know what? That was in my mind too. I was thinking, what if the men don't want to be matched with who Tamika matches them with? And clearly he had his eye on Zia and he ain't fooling you. And I was like, oh, wee, honey, the way in which I would have shut all the way the hell down, I wouldn't have been no more good. I don't like foolishness. And then you weren't even looking at me either. But this is what I noticed, y'all. I have noticed that Ashley needs a lot of confirmation. She needs a lot of reassurance. And I think that her love language is words of affirmation because she is always fishing for compliments. The first day she went on with Donald, she was like, so what do you like about me? You know, he was fueling her by complimenting her, but it feels like to me it was a bunch of fluff, even though Ashley is a beautiful woman and she does deserve all the compliments. I think Donald was kind of being fake a little bit. So Ashley, I'm gonna tell you right now, honey, you're beautiful and your spirit is even more beautiful. You don't have to fish for compliments. The right man will give them to you freely. Okay. Like church peppermints. Okay. He will pass them out to you freely. You ain't got to fish. So Ashley was not feeling the fact that he thought she had on gold. She was like, all right, now she did make light of the situation, but I know in the back of her mind, she was just like, not you thinking I'm somebody else. So then we find out that Marcus is an assistant principal at a high school. Okay, Mr. Clark, free Mr. Clark, free Mr. Oh, child. Okay, Mr. Clark. So Ashley tells him that she's never been on a bike date, but, you know, she enjoyed herself. She did the best that she could. And I mean, she did well. And I like that she was a good sport about it. One thing about these shows is I like the women that immerse themselves in the experiences. Not just, oh, I don't like to do that. Oh, I'm not an outdoorsy person. Oh, I'm going to sit down. Why would he take me on a... Listen, just engage. You never know, you might like it. It's like a toddler trying to feed them vegetables for the first time. No. Well, just try it for mommy. No. It's like, my gosh, how do you know you don't like it if you've never tried it? So I did appreciate Ashley, you know, giving it the old college try. Moving forward. In the next scene, Vernisha and Ramon, they go for a date. Now, baby, this right here was something else. He reminds me of that man that was on the Miami season. Y'all know who I'm talking about? He ended up leaving early. I cannot remember his name. He left early and didn't tell Tommy that he had to go do a club appearance or whatever it was. He was actually one of Tommy's frat brothers. Y'all know who I'm talking about? Comment down below if you remember who I'm talking about. He and Ramon, they kind of favor each other to me. So anyway, that's neither here nor there. That's just a side note. But they get to the restaurant, right? And they're sitting down, they're talking. He's telling her that he played basketball overseas. So Vern was like, well, you know, you're a little bit more well-traveled than me, although I do want to travel. So she starts telling him, you know, I want to go to Egypt, Bora Bora, Dubai. I want to go this, that, and this, and I just want to go everywhere. So then Vernisha started asking the questions that needed to be asked. Okay, let's get down to it. She was like, how close are you to your mom? Now, I know for some, they may be thinking like, well, what does it matter if he's close to his mama? Because these are things you need to know. I need to know if you're a mama's boy and if your mama is going to allow me in your space. I also need to know if you have any type of problems with your mom. Because for me, just from experience, I have dated and married 2 people who had mommy issues and they treated me like crap. So for me, if you don't have a healthy relationship with your own mama, then it ain't nothing you can do for me. Okay. You can be unhealthy on one spectrum, which is you all up under your mama, honey, and she thinks that, you know, you're her little man. No, we can't have that. And then I also don't want you to hate your mama. You need to have a healthy relationship with your damn mama. So Vernisha, I appreciated you asking that question. So then she also asked him, when is the last time he was in a relationship? Now y'all listen to this. So this man said 2008. Okay, when we were, in my white tee, 2008. He said 2008, and he was only in the relationship for 2 years. And he was in his 20s. He was like 21. So we are in 2023. Oh, sir, honey, you're not ready to love. Child, go ahead and bust a move. Because it's not going to work, honey. You are not ready for Vernisha and her lifestyle and all that comes with Vern. You are not ready. And she was even a little skeptical about his lack of experience. And I would be too. Because like, sir, say, what now? 2008? That's when we were to the window, to the wall. That's just not going to work, honey. That's just not going to work. So she tells him that she's single because she's looking for something serious. She's like, I really want someone that I'm going to marry one day. She's like, I want to be married, so I'm not just wasting my time with any old body. She's like, yeah, and I also like flowers and things like that for dates. So he gonna say, man, I should have listened to my mama and brought those flowers. So your mama has to tell you to bring flowers on a date at your big grown age? Yeah, it's a no. Over on the other side, Sharice and Maurice, they go on their date. I said, okay, not y'all rhyming and whatnot, looking like y'all just got out of Easter Sunday service. So they go to this restaurant and they sit down, they're talking, okay, for a short time. They sit down, he's telling her he's a lawyer. And I mean, he did seem a little stuffy, but I think Sharice liked his stuffiness. And she was like, yeah, this is so much better than my last date. You know, he had those kids and plus he was wearing that vest. Sharice, let that damn vest alone. Leave that vest alone, girl. So anyway, he did say he liked to be out and social. But for me, I was looking at how stuffy he was sitting right here like he was trying a case. And I was just like, is he going to really get out? I need a man that's going to have his drink in his two-step, his drink in his two-step. You know, that's going to know how to have a good time. We can people watch together. You know, we can laugh. We can kiki, but we can still be grown and sexy at the same damn time. And Deacon Fry don't give me that. He really does not give me that. But anyway, after that, Maurice put on the charm, though. He surprised her at the restaurant with this beautiful bouquet of flowers. And I thought that was very sweet. I was like, that's a nice touch. Because, you know, he could have shown up with the flowers. That's what they do. But, baby, he had the flowers delivered to the table. I said, okay, Maurice. So they start talking about their lives. And he tells her that he has a 21-year-old. So in the confessional, Sharice was like, yeah, I really don't want to date a man with kids. Ma'am, you are 44 years of age. Now, I'm not saying that you have to lower your standards. I mean, keep your standards, but let's be realistic. At 44, you are bound to run into a man that has been either married before or has children or has done both. Like, this ain't like we just graduated from high school, girl. 44 and you don't want a man with children? Okay. So they get their food, honey, and all you hear is the fork scraping the plate. It's radio silent. Ain't nobody saying nothing. So Maurice is just looking. So she's asking all the questions and he's barely answering. He's giving one word answers. Yeah, it's a no. Honey, he is duller than a box of rocks. It was like pulling teeth. She's like, I'm the only one talking. I'm the only one trying to have a conversation. And I was just thinking, how are you a lawyer and you don't have any conversation? Y'all talk for a living. You don't have anything to say. You don't want to cross-examine the witness. Like there's nothing that you want to say. This awkward silence would be an absolute no for me. I hate awkward silence. I don't even like to be on the phone with people that sit silent for too long. I'm like, all right, then, girl, I'm going to call you back. Because, baby, you don't have nothing to say. I'm not just about to be holding the phone, walking around the house. Like, say what? So far, I feel like Sharice is striking out on these dates. First the vest and now the mime. No, thank you. Moving forward. In the next scene, the ladies all meet back up with Tamika, right? So she's asking about how things are going in the house and if there are any house rules. Now, for me, this seemed completely out of place. It seemed like, okay, they had already filled Tamika in, that something went down in the house. So just go in and ask them if there's any house rules. So they all sitting there like they're in front of their mom or the principal or somebody or the dean. And they're just like, no, we're all getting along great. Everything's good. Tamika said, wait a minute. Is everything good? Are there any house rules? So then Sharice was like, well, you know, I have a rule and my rule is no guys in the house. So they had this little, you know, gathering in the kitchen. I had a little kickback. And Zia asked how they felt about men in the house. And everyone was cool with it but Sharice. So Ashley was like, yeah, okay. The next morning, Sharice had to let Zia in the house. So Tamika said, who didn't stay at the house last night? So they're all like, I was there. And Zia is just sitting. It was Zia, but she didn't want to admit to it. So she gonna lie and say, yeah, I went on a walk this morning. So Tamika said, what time was it? 6. She said 6 p.m. or 6 a.m. She said 6 a.m. Now, instead of her owning it and owning the fact that she was being inconsiderate and waking people up, she lied. Now, I was confused as to why she thought to call Sharice and not to call Ashley, since Ashley and her seemed to be hitting it off. And she already said Ashley was a night owl and she wasn't going to stay up with Ashley. So you should know to call her instead of Sharice. And Zadia, you doing sleepovers already? Girl, what is happening, honey? So now these two are kind of going at it. Listen, this is what I think. These are grown women, okay? You do you. Now, I'm not going to tell you what to do with your body, your time, do what you going to do. But keep them in your area. I don't want to get up and go to the refrigerator for a late night snack and have to see your man in the kitchen. I don't like that. That's why I really don't like to do roommates. You need to keep your man on your side. Okay, please do. As for Zadia, disturbing people's sleep because you doing the walk of shame, no ma'am. I don't play with my sleep. And I would not have even answered that though. You would have been outside, honey, just knocking until everybody woke up. Do not wake me up and then sit here and lie like you were just going on a stroll. And how you get locked out anyway? Did you not have a key? See, what I think happened is Zadia does have a key and she left, but they locked that top lock. See, my mama used to play them kind of games. You know, when you live at home with your parents and they're like, you better be home by a certain time, and you try to play in their face and baby, that top lock be locked. So you have to knock so they can tell what time you came home. Oh, baby, Zadia got that top lock. That's what happened. But I don't, like I said, I don't know why you lying, girl. Y'all grown. Just own it. Everybody can't be lying on you. So it's got to be you. So then Tamika tells them that it's time for them to decide who's the keeper. So it's basically time for the eliminates. I think that Vern should choose Jabari. Ramon, he got to ask his mama, should he bring flowers? So he's a no. Ashley should choose Donald because the other one didn't even realize what she had on, child. Marcus did not know. And Zadia should definitely choose Cameron. And, you know, because Jabari is over there with Vernisha. So they're mixing and mingling, and Donald is over there reciting this recycled poetry that he wrote to another woman. He over there reciting it to Ashley. But Ashley ain't no fool. She was like, you wrote this for another woman. He said, but I'm performing it for you. It's slim pickings, honey. It just really is. Oh, child. Moving forward. So now it's time to decide who's going to stay and who's going to go. So Ashley pulls Marcus to the side and tells him that he's ready to date whoever will have him. And I was like, well, damn. Well, damn. He's not ready to love, honey. She about to bust a move. He felt like he needed more time. And he would have gotten to get on her good side if she would have given him just a little bit more time. Sir, you had your eye on someone else. Okay, so just go. But she did keep Donald. So Sharice is outside talking to Cameron. And me personally, I ain't like it. Because I felt like Cameron was flirting a little bit. Was it just me? I said, baby, he a flirty little thing. I wouldn't want him, honey. So they outside talking, you know, making small talk. And Sharice is like, yeah, I think the truth is going to set us free. So I think we should talk. Why are you trying to make it a point to let everybody know that this grown woman was doing grown woman things on her grown woman time? Like, get over it. So anyway, child kind of making me side with Zadia a little bit. And I don't like that. They were over there talking. And he was like, yeah, you know, what me and Zadia did is we just, you know, talked until the sun came up. So Zadia came and pulled him to the side because she did not like him talking to Sharice. So she's asking him in the kitchen. She's like, yeah, so I just want to know about your past relationships. And he was not up for talking about that and kind of had a little attitude. They show her talking to Jabari, and she tells him that she knows that he likes Vernisha more. So she gonna bust a move over this way. She told him she was gonna rock with Cameron. Now, I'm a little iffy on how he tried to deflect about the past relationships. I didn't really like his answer. I mean, you don't have to give details, but I feel like you hiding something. Okay, something ain't right. So then they pan over to Sharice. Now she's pulled Deacon Fry to the side and she's telling him, you know, I like that you like to go out. I like that you like to get social because, you know, I don't like boring. Well, girl, don't choose him because that's exactly what you're going to get. Did you forget the radio silence when y'all were at the dinner? Oh, honey. So she pulled Mr. Vest to the side, Antonio, and she tells Antonio she will be going another way. Now, I noticed as he walked away, he had on another snazzy vest. Variety. I said, Mr. Antonio got vests for all occasions. Do you hear me? He gonna wear a vest if he don't do nothing else. So now Vern has to make a decision. Now, Vernisha, girl, quit playing in our face. We already knew who you were about to choose. She pulls Ramon to the side and she tells him, you know, that she likes certain things, but She doesn't like how he lacks experience. So then she tells Jabari that he's a smooth talker and she doesn't know if she likes that. So they pan back over to Ramon and she tells him she's going to be moving forward without him. She kept Jabari like I knew she would. So child, it's later on that night. All the ladies are in the kitchen chopping up bell peppers and onions and whatnot, honey. I don't know if they finna make spaghetti or what. Jambalaya, we don't know. We in New Orleans. So Zia comes in. She like, what y'all talking about? So they started talking about how they were speaking about their dates. So Sharice starts going on and on about Zia's date, Cameron. I was like, easy, Sharice. Now you really trying it. Okay, you are really trying it. And I think that Zia kept great restraint when it came to Sharice because she was going on and on. I really love the fact that Cameron is an entrepreneur. He asked me for business advice and we were talking about this and we were talking about that. You know, kind of like she liked him a little bit. So Zia kind of peeped game and she was like, you know what? She's trying to get a rise out of me and it ain't gonna happen, Captain. But it did. So they started talking about the men coming over. Zia and Sharice started going at it. Sharice would get on my nerves because you cannot police grown women. You cannot. And really and truly, both Zia and Sharice are one and the same. So I really can't take either side. I feel like y'all just arguing for the sake of arguing. Sharice, you're giving insufferable. Zia, you're giving childish. So, I mean, because y'all are twins, there's really nothing else I can say about that. Moving forward. It's night 2 in the house, y'all. And they are already acting a fool. And that was the end of the episode. This episode was good. I like seeing the ladies go on their dates. I really do. But what I don't like is them going on one date and then deciding, you know, okay, it's not going to work. Like, how many episodes did y'all get? 6? We need to go on multiple dates. Not Deacon Fry, he don't need no more dates. He can't talk on the first damn one. He was trying to make sure he ate his food, honey. I don't know exactly what was going on. But sitting in silence as you eat and hearing him cut that steak and clank that fork up against that knife, he is not ready to love. Ooh, child. Y'all comment down below and tell me exactly what you thought about this episode. I thought it was really good. Sharice, take it easy, okay? Just take it easy, girl. This don't make no damn sense. Ashley, you did very well calling out the BS because, yeah, it was looking like Marcus had his eye on somebody else, namely Zia. Please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And as always, stay safe, stay blessed, spread love, not germs. Peace.